In the most powerful political family in China, there is a figure shrouded in silence. Her name is rarely spoken, her image almost never captured, yet those who know whisper that even Xi Jinping, at the peak of his rule, called a man who could cover the sky with one hand, bends his ear to her. That figure is Qi Qiaoqiao, Xi Jinping's eldest sister. Why is she the only sibling not to bear the Xi surname? Why did she take her mother's name, Qi? And how did this woman, while keeping herself out of the spotlight, come to be regarded as the matriarch of the family? The hidden hand behind a fortune estimated at hundreds of billions of renminbi. This is the untold story of Qi Qiaoqiao, from her birth in revolutionary Yan'an, through the storms of the Cultural Revolution, to her transformation into a secretive power broker in real estate, rare earths, and high-stakes equity deals. It is more than a family chronicle. It is a window into the machinery of crony capitalism inside China's red aristocracy. Watch now on China Unfiltered. Bloodline and childhood in turmoil. On March 1, 1949, Qi Qiaoqiao was born at the Central Hospital of Qiaoqiao in Yan'an, cradle of the Communist Revolution. She was the eldest daughter of Xi Jinping, a founding elder of the Chinese Communist Party, and his wife Qi Xin. Her birth name was Qi Qiaoqiao, but by 1953, when Xi Jinping became head of the Central Propaganda Department, the surname Xi was deemed too conspicuous. To shield his daughter from unwanted attention, he changed her surname to her mother's, Qi. Even her household registration was altered, from cadre family to staff family. This was not merely a cosmetic change. It gave the child an aura of mystery and laid the groundwork for a lifetime of discretion. Qi Qiaoqiao would grow up as the only Xi sibling not carrying the Xi surname. At age 3, she moved with her parents to Beijing, enrolling in Beihai kindergarten, enjoying the privileged life of a high-ranking cadre child. But in 1962, disaster struck. Her father was purged. The family plunged from privilege into persecution. When the Cultural Revolution erupted, the storm engulfed them fully. Her father was secretly imprisoned, his fate uncertain. Her mother, Qi Xin, was branded guilty of failing to cut ties with a reactionary, paraded in public struggle sessions, denounced and beaten. One incident seared itself into memory. When her mother returned home battered and bruised, younger siblings cried uncontrollably. 13-year-old Qi Qiaoqiao, however, stayed calm and asked one chilling question. "Mother, did you say anything? You must not betray father." Seemingly cruel, the words revealed her steel-like will and unshakable loyalty. In 1969, as millions of educated youth were sent to the countryside, Qi Qiaoqiao was assigned to the Inner Mongolia Production and Construction Corps. She first went to Urat Front Banner, later transferred to Tongliao. For 6.5 years she endured relentless hardship, crippling arthritis, recurring tuberculosis, and rheumatic fever. Heavy labor despite high fevers. Once, while burning with fever, she still had to fill huge water jars, nearly collapsing into one. She later recalled, "At that time, life was so bitter that one no longer feared death." Those years forged her toughness and left her with a profound understanding. Power is both fragile and precious. 2 major contributions to the family. In the Xi family, Qi Qiaoqiao came to be regarded as the pillar. 2 major acts cemented her standing. First, winning her father's rehabilitation, 1976 to 1977. After the fall of the Gang of Four, many old cadres were rehabilitated, but Xi Jinping's case remained unresolved. Qi Xin made repeated trips from Beijing to Luoyang to see her husband, often accompanied by Qi Qiaoqiao. According to accounts, on one occasion she went alone to approach Vice Premier Wang Zhen. Barred by guards, she waited outside for hours. When Wang's car finally appeared, she rushed forward, handing him a personal letter from her father. Not long after, Xi Jinping's case began to turn. This bold act is remembered as the key turning point that altered the Xi family's fate. Second, sacrificing her career to care for her parents, 1990 to 2002. After the 1989 Tiananmen crackdown, Xi Jinping, known for supporting Hu Yaobang and suggesting Deng Xiaoping retire, was once again sidelined. In 1990, he was sent to Guangdong in semi-retirement. At that time, Qi Qiaoqiao was the youngest deputy division-level officer in the National People's Armed Police, with a bright future. Yet she made the astonishing decision to retire voluntarily and accompany her parents to Guangdong. She remained by her father's side for 12 years, until his death in 2002, at the age of 89. This sacrifice, choosing filial duty over career, was hailed within the family as her second great contribution. After Xi Jinping's passing, Qi Xin even petitioned the central leadership to reinstate her daughter's position. But Qi Qiaoqiao declined. At age 53, she turned to a new path: business. Position within the family. By the time of the 18th Party Congress in 2012, when Xi Jinping rose to the top, family gatherings were reportedly chaired by Qi Qiaoqiao. She was recognized as the family matriarch, the one even Xi himself deferred to. Anecdotes abound. During the Cultural Revolution, she was in high school, while Xi Jinping had just finished elementary school. The younger brother admired his older sister to the point of worship. Facial recognition comparisons conducted decades later suggested Qiaoqiao resembled her mother the most, 72%, while Xi Jinping resembled her the least, 42%. Commentators speculated this was why Qi Xin favored her eldest daughter most. Whether accurate or not, the consensus is clear. Qi Qiaoqiao's authority within the family is unshakable. Marriages and alliances. First marriage. During her years in Inner Mongolia, Qi Qiaoqiao married Zhang Chu, or Zhang Suo, a Beijing intellectual also sent down. They had a daughter, Zhang Yanan. But as Xi Jinping was rehabilitated and Qi followed him south, the marriage collapsed under the strain of long separations. Her ex-husband faded into obscurity. Zhang Yanan, however, would later emerge as an active participant in the family's business empire, especially in Hong Kong real estate and equity investment. Second marriage. In the early 1990s, while in Guangdong caring for her father, Qi met Deng Jiagui, a wealthy businessman who had made his fortune in tobacco and cigarette equipment. According to Hong Kong media, in 1991 he spent 3 million HKD to purchase a luxury apartment at Braemar Hill Gardens in Hong Kong, gifting it to Qi as a token of love. In 1996, the two officially married. From then on, Deng became not only stepfather to Zhang Yanan, but also the chief driver of Qi's business empire. The division of labor was clear: Qi Qiaoqiao, political connections, policy navigation, and elite relations; Deng Jiagui, financial management and operations. This combination became a classic model of China's politics-business nexus. First front, real estate. In the 1990s, Qi and Deng founded Beijing Zhongminsen Real Estate Development Co. Qi was chairwoman, Deng general manager. Their showcase project was Guanyuan near Beijing's financial district, marketed as high-end housing styled after traditional Beijing courtyards. 2004, they acquired over 10,000 square meters of land for 96.5 million RMB, approximately $13.5 million. 2012, a 189 square meter unit was listed at 15 million RMBs, approximately $2.1 million, nearly 80,000 RMBs per square meter. Profits were astronomical. Hong Kong media revealed that Qi and her daughter were involved in multiple luxury property transactions worth hundreds of millions. They also partnered with Shenzhen Metro, creating Yuanwei Real Estate, which acquired above-the-subway properties. These were later injected into Vanke, converting scarce land resources into vast stock profits. Zhang Yanan, Qi's daughter, pursued her own path. She purchased at least 7 luxury properties in Hong Kong worth over 350 million HKD, around $45 million. In 2009, she bought a Deepwater Bay villa for 150 million HKD, around $19.3 million. By 2019, it was valued at 238 million HKD, around $30.6 million. Documents showed overlapping addresses and ID numbers across Qi, Deng, Zhang, and their offshore companies, suggesting an intricate web of asset holdings. Second front, rare earths. In 2008, Deng Jiagui, via Shanghai Wangchao Company, acquired an 18% stake in Jiangxi Rare and Precious Metals Co., the successor to the China Tungsten Company, founded during the CCP Soviet era. The company controlled enormous reserves of rare earths and tungsten. As China tightened rare earth exports, the value of these assets soared. Bloomberg estimated the stake was worth over $300 million USD by 2012. In 2018, Xi Jinping personally inspected the rare earth industry in Jiangxi, fueling speculation, though no direct evidence, about family interests. Third front. Equity investment. Through Yuanwei investment, Qi and Deng partnered with China Construction Bank, creating Jianyin Yuanwei to access the central bank-linked equity market. The bank executive in charge, Li Yunzi, later rose to become head of the newly created National Financial Regulatory Administration, the first full ministerial official born after 1970. Observers believe Qi's recommendation helped his ascent. Qi's family also invested, often through indirect vehicles, in agricultural and tech firms such as Shangji Agriculture and Xinlian Electronics. Her daughter Jian Yanan showed remarkable acumen. In 2009, she invested 3.17 million RMB, about $446,253, in Heikan Yisheng frequency conversion technology. Within 3 years, the investment grew over 40-fold, reaching 128 million RMB, around $18 million. Offshore holdings and international footprint. The 2016 Panama Papers revealed that Deng Jiaqi had registered 2 shell companies in the British Virgin Islands in 2009, serving as sole director and shareholder. Though these were dissolved before Xi took power in 2012, their exact purpose remained unclear, raising questions about asset concealment. In Hong Kong, the family owned at least 430 million HKD worth of properties, including a standalone villa in Deepwater Bay and several luxury apartments. Beyond Hong Kong, Qi reportedly holds Canadian permanent residency, providing a convenient base for overseas asset allocation. Canadian media and watchdogs have speculated about potential holdings in Vancouver and Toronto, though concrete evidence remains scarce. Strategic retreat after 2012. When Xi Jinping ascended in 2012 and launched his sweeping anti-corruption campaign, relatives were instructed to exit business activities. Between 2012 and 2014, Qi and Deng divested from at least 10 companies, transferring assets into offshore firms and trusts. One notable deal, the sale of Jianyin Yuanwei shares to tycoon Xiao Jianhua's Tomorrow Group for 15 million RMB, about $2 million. Critics noted that Xiao specialized in helping elite families move assets abroad, and suspected the real price tag was far higher. Meanwhile, other tycoons and officials once close to the family, Lai Xiaomin, Sun Zhenkai, Xu Jiayin, or Hui Kaiyan, Xiao Jianhua, Wang Jianlin, were toppled. Yet Qi and Deng emerged unscathed, their low profile intact. Analysts suggested this was deliberate, a family strategy of extreme discretion and asset liquidation to avoid risk. The Excellence Group connection. One underreported element is the alleged link to Excellence Group, the king of CBD office towers in Shenzhen. Deng Zhigui was rumored to be a hidden shareholder, owning nearly 50%. Excellence built landmark properties such as Excellence Times Square and Excellence Century Center in Shenzhen's Fuqian district. Even Vanke could not match its dominance in the CBD. Unlike public auctions, Excellence often acquired land through negotiated transfers, a channel rife with rent-seeking potential. Chairman Li Hua was estimated by the Hurun Rich List to be worth over 65 billion RMB, even after China's real estate crash of 2024. If Deng held half, that alone would make the family's stake worth over 60 billion RMB, about $8.4 billion. International investigations by Bloomberg, The New York Times, and the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, ICIJ, concluded that the Xi family's fortune was inseparable from political privilege, access to land, financing, and favorable policies. Scholars described Qi's success as a product of the princling model. Red lineage provides connections and resources. Business partners handle operations, shielding the family from direct risk. The question remains, when Xi's anti-corruption campaign spares close kin, what does this mean for the credibility of clean governance? Family dynamics and symbolism. After Shi Zhongshan's death, Qi Xin's authority in the family gradually passed to Qi Qiaoqiao. She presided over family meetings and was seen as the arbiter in disputes. The notion that she resembled her mother most reinforced her symbolic role as the continuation of Qi Xin, while Xi Jinping, bearing less resemblance, was sometimes seen as the sacrificial son in family calculations. True or not, these narratives underscore her unique status, the eldest daughter, the matriarch, the protector of the dynasty's continuity. The woman in the shadows. From the eldest daughter of a revolutionary elder to the hidden operator of a 100 billion yuan empire, Qi Qiaoqiao's life captures half a century of the intricate dance between power and capital in China. She has almost no public profile, rarely grants interviews, and carefully avoids the spotlight. That extreme discretion has become her greatest shield. And yet, the questions linger. If the anti-corruption iron fist spares the family, where is the fairness? If power and capital are so tightly bound, what hope is left for ordinary citizens? And just how vast is the empire she controls? Perhaps only the family itself knows, but sometimes the shadows stir. On July 26 in distant Sydney, a 23-year-old Chinese woman named Yang Lanlan, driving a Rolls-Royce, crashed into another car and suddenly found herself splashed across headlines. Almost overnight, whispers tied her mysterious background and immense fortune back to the Xi clan. Will she truly face a prison sentence of up to 7 years, or is her case the next chapter in the dynasty's hidden story? From Qi Qiaoqiao's secretive empire to Yang Lanlan's explosive scandal, the Xi family remains a lightning rod for speculation, secrecy, and debate. So what do you think? Will the true scale of Qi Qiaoqiao and Yang Lanlan's world ever come to light? Or will China's red aristocracy keep its secrets buried? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so more people can join the conversation. See you in the next episode, where we continue uncovering the hidden figures of China's red aristocracy.